Hey everybody, here I am in Moscow, Russia, and I'm near, kind of near Chesty Prudy metro station. It's up the street, like about a couple minutes, and then turn left. And then you just keep walking and walking for another 10 or 15 minutes, and you're going to be walking near a pond. And then Chesty Prudy metro station is, right there. So anyways, it's a nice warm day, and I'm next to a restaurant, Belaruskaya Hata, right here. Restaurant Belaruskaya Hata. So basically, it means Belarus house, like an old-fashioned cottage in Belarus. So it's a good place. I've been here many times. The school I work for is literally just right around the corner and about 10 minutes up the street. I just got off work and I'm meeting some friends here later. And we're just gonna chill out, eat some good Belarus cuisine, some Belarusian cuisine. What else? Okay, so about the cuisine. Belarus, they know how to make like potatoes 1,000 different ways. So that's what I'm eating right now. I'm eating some droniki with some sour cream and some onions and some little cracklings on it. I like it. In America, we call them like hash browns. And so, yeah, every once in a while I come here and get some droniki and some litskoya, some Belarus beer, and just hang out. So, whoa, just about got hit by this bus. All right. So anyways, this street is pretty cool. There's a lot of cafes, coffee shops, restaurants, bars. And you can see the name of the street, Pokrovka, right there. And I actually have a video of this place, Pokrovka Street, because it's a nice street. It's popular. You keep walking down that way, you'll get to like Lubyanka Square and pretty much the Kremlin and Red Square and all that. Keep walking down there, and as you can see across the street, there's a lot of cafes, restaurants and stuff. And the Belarus, yeah, right there, the Belarus embassy is right there. Okay, let's cruise inside. And yes, it's crowded right now. And you can see how it's kind of like old-fashioned, old style, Belarus style, and the waitresses and waiters, they all dress up in their in old style clothing. It's a small place, but it's cool. And so they have their bar right here. Oh, and they have Belarus beer right there. Let's go you. Okay. And this is where I'm sitting right here. perfect timing. Nice. Specific. Nice. Okay. Oh, that was perfect timing. Wow, looks good. So, like, it looks like little hash browns and stuff. And then there's the Litskoye beer right there. All right. Cheers, everybody. Ah, that's good. Thank you. All right, so if you come to Russia, come to Moscow, and you don't really have time to go to Belarus, but you want to try some Belarusian cuisine, then come here. And you can kind of get a small taste of Belarus culture. So yeah, it's worth coming here. Like I said, if you want to try some tasty Belarus cuisine. And like I said, these are like in America we call these like hash browns. So. Oh man, that's good. So, okay, so I have kind of a funny story to tell you. I've been to Belarus a few times, and I was there a couple of years ago, and I bought a Belarus visa from the embassy right here, and so I did some research before I went to Belarus, and there were mixed feelings about Americans traveling to Belarus by plane or by bus, and so I read many comments saying it's okay, you can go by bus and for sure by plane. But I wanted to see the countryside. I wanted to see the Russian countryside and the Belarus countryside. So I decided to take the bus. And so from Moscow, took a bus and got to the border, and everything was fine. Crossed into Belarus, went to Minsk, and had a great time there. Minsk is like going back in time like 50 years to the Soviet Union. It's a very clean city. It's very clean and well cut as far as like the parks and all that stuff. People are really nice, good food. And so I had a really good time in Minsk. I highly recommend it. It's not expensive. So if you're over in this part of the world, go to Minsk, go to Belarus. It's worth it. Okay, so I decided to take the bus. No, not the bus. Sorry. There weren't any buses at the time. I wanted to come back to Russia. So I found a car that was coming to Moscow, Belarusian driver and some other people. So I just joined with them. We got to the border, and they stopped the car to check all passports going into Russia. But they didn't going into Belarus. They didn't. But coming back into Russia, they checked. Excuse me. And so they saw I had an American passport, and they took me out of the car. And then after a few minutes, they explained to me in broken English that I'm an American, that I can't go into Russia by car or by the highway, that I needed to go back to the airport and get on a plane and fly it. And I was like, oh my God, because from the border to Minsk airport, it's hours. It takes hours. Okay, so there I am at the Belarus-Russian border. The driver of the car is like, see ya, and continued on to Moscow. And so I'm like, okay, what do I do now? And so I crossed back into Belarus, and luckily there was a gas station, a petrol station right there. So I'm like, okay, you're kind of in a tough situation here. My phone isn't working. I'm in Belarus, so my phone's not working. And there's very few people at this gas station. It's freezing cold because it's January when I went, and there was only 2 gas station workers, and they don't speak English, because it's almost the middle of nowhere. And so I was like, wow, what do I do? And so I was there for a couple of hours. And then finally, there was a Belarus police car. So then I walk over there and I'm like, hey, listen, I'm an American, I speak English. And they didn't really understand me that much. And I just said, I need to go to Minsk Airport, please. And then they drove over to the police station, and they just said, wait here. They drove over to the police station, and then another police officer came over and talked to me briefly, and he's like, okay, I'll get you a car, a ride to Minsk Airport or near it. And I was like, okay. So then there I am on the border of Belarus and Russia with a Belarus police officer, and he's looking at cars as they come by, and then he stops. He pointed at a van and told the van owner to pull over. And so he did. And then he talked to the van owner, and I'm assuming he's like, hey, where are you going? I have a foreigner here. He needs to get to Minsk Airport. Can you just drive him there? Well, the guy agreed. He's like, yeah, okay, I'll take him there. And then the police officer's like, get in the car. He's going to take you to Minsk Airport, which is like totally like hours away. But luckily, this guy, he was going near it. And so, wow, just crazy. And so I get in the van. He doesn't speak any English, and he's listening to Pink Floyd. So that was cool. So I'm in the back of a van listening to Pink Floyd with actually he's a Russian. He had a Russian license plate, and it was just so surreal. It was. I was like, wow, look where I am. I just couldn't believe the situation I was in. So then I got to Minsk Airport, bought a ticket, flew back to Moscow. So everything worked out. So kind of a funny story. Anyways, but I still recommend going to Belarus. Nice country, friendly people, especially Minsk. It's a nice capital city. So, cheers to Belarusian people. Okay. Anyways, it's time to chill out and eat some jolniki. Right there. Tasty food. Gotta put some sour cream on it. Really good. Highly recommend it. If you're in Moscow and you have no time to go to Belarus, and you want to try some Belarus cuisine, come here. So, okay? All right. Time to chill out and eat. All right. Goodbye.